Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It's time for our weekly recap of Life After Lockup. This is season 3, episode 46, and it was titled Love as Second Inmate. Alright, y'all, real quick before I jump into this recap review, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bells to be notified when I drop new videos. And if you end up liking this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button along with the share button. Alright, y'all, so like I told y'all, I put in my community tab that I was going to be on vacation and that Life After Lockup and Power Book 3 and Married at First Sight and Queen Sugar, I got to catch up on it, will be late. So here I am catching up on all the videos. So this is Life After Lockup, and we are going to start with Brittany and Marcelino because, child, I don't believe this story. I don't know about y'all, but I don't believe the storyline. I don't believe it. I just honestly feel like they just want to be back on the camera because this show pays them money. And for real, they don't have no other jobs because I don't even think it's Marcelino. He didn't have no job to begin with. He was gambling. So, and Brittany don't have no job. So this show pays them. This is their job pretty much. So I feel like they are just on here this season with some fabricated storyline. And that's why they back. But other than that, they don't really have no storyline because they really doing good. So she on her way to meet up with her business associate, Kanan. So she meeting up with Kanan, and Kanan got this retired police officer there. And she like, oh, hey, it was real awkward or whatever. Because, you know, how about her run-ins with the police and stuff like that. And Kanan has also had run-ins with the police. And she's not used to, you know, talking to the police and getting information from the police and yada, yada, yada. So she go off to the side and talk to Kanan, and she like, oh, you sure we should do this when we talk to a cop? She was like, yeah, girl, because he going to help us out. She was like, all right. So then she go back over there. They sit down and talk to the cop. Child, first of all, this is why I know it's fabricated. Because, like, you cannot be this slow and this special to be and this trusting and this naive to just think like this man was just going to open up a business and you don't got no contract, you don't have no documentation, you don't have no nothing. Like, all you know is what this man that told you, and you ain't look up nothing, you ain't verified nothing. You know, the man claimed that because Kanan told the retired cop what was going on. Like, they trying to open up this business and stuff like that, and they put in all this money. He was like, well, how much money you put in there? And she was like, Brittany was like, me and Marcelino put in $80,000. So they did put in $80,000. So I'm like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got 80,000, but whatever. So they put in $80,000, and then Kanan, I guess she put in 10,000. Some other people put in some money, like they had investors and stuff like that. So they all put in all this money, child. So the total number of how much was in the bank account, they didn't really say, but it was a lot of money. So Robert, he was quote unquote ex-government. He worked in the Pentagon. He did all this other stuff, and the cop like, okay, so you got proof of that he worked in the government. You got proof that he worked at the Pentagon. I can tell you I worked at the Pentagon. That don't mean I worked there. Like, they don't got nothing. They don't know who this man was. They don't got no information on this man. They don't got, like I said, no contract. So they ain't even signed no contract say that they was going to put this sober living house together. They don't have nothing, child. And now they don't even know where Robert at. They think he done stole the money and ran off to get drugs and stuff like that. So the cop like, do y'all got a verbal agreement? And she like, oh yeah, we got a verbal agreement. Isn't that grounds for embezzlement or whatever? He was like, well, I mean, it could be, but you know, I'm gonna have to write what y'all gonna have to do is get police reports or from everybody, and then once you get the police reports, they'll send it to the detectives, and then they'll look it up and stuff like that. And they'll see if it needs to be taken to like feds or whatever. So she was like, oh, okay. So then they shook hands and they went on their way. Brittany talking about something. She feel real low and stupid. And Kanan go and ask Brittany what Marcelino knows. She was like, well, he don't know nothing. I didn't tell him anything because I wanted to get all the facts and stuff. And she was like, well, now that I got the facts, I guess I'll have to tell him because I don't want to seem like a liar. I said, girl, you was already that the night before when you ain't tell him straight up what was going on. But whatever. And that was pretty much it, child. I'm like, I don't believe the story. Y'all believe it? Because I don't believe it. I don't. I'm having a really hard time believing that $80,000, like, you ain't write nothing down in paper. You ain't got no trail, no money trail. Like, I don't believe the story. I just honestly don't. We gonna move on to Brittany and Ray. And I was like, it's a lot of Brittany's on this show. So, Brittany and Ray, child. So, he all dressed up. Why he had that turtleneck on? In Texas. But he been in jail for quite a long time. So, Brittany couldn't have told him, no, baby, no. But whatever. So he all dressed up. He at his family house. So the mama over there, the auntie there, you know, the daddy. What's the grandma there? No, the grandma wasn't there. I was surprised she wasn't there because she would have had a lot of questions. But the grandma wasn't there. But there was some other family members there and stuff like that. They talking. He announces that he got him a job at the warehouse. He making $15 an hour. The daddy like, ooh, I drive in traffic for that job. I'm like, sir, this ain't about you. So he got a job, so, you know, good. So then he like, yeah, because, you know, I got to pay back this restitution and stuff. And they was like, well, how much is it? He said $143,000. And nobody had like blinked the eye or nothing like that. It was like they was familiar with it was going to be that high. I'm like, they done this before, because they ain't like, oh my God, that's a lot of money. They ain't blinked, they ain't sneezed, nothing. The aunt was like, oh, that's just like a mortgage. That's just like you paying off a mortgage. What? Ma'am, he don't got no house. She was just saying that like it wasn't nothing. But Brittany starts talking, and Brittany was saying like, you know, cause what's the child name? Ray was telling us how he lucky to have Brittany. She had her own stuff going on, and she took him in, and he all lucky and all this other stuff. So then Brittany said something about if, you know, like because we want to get married. So if we get married, well, I have to take on that restitution. The uncle was like, yeah, you got to take that on, because y'all gonna come to one. So y'all need to take on that restitution and stuff. And Brittany like, well, I don't want my checks getting garnished because of, you know, what he did and stuff. And they was like, but you want him, and that debt belonged to him. So yeah, you got to take it. And then the aunt and everybody agreeing and stuff. And I'm like, what? And Brittany like, well, I got 2 jobs and stuff like that. And, you know, I was living this single life and all this other stuff. And they was like, yeah, but this is a risk. You wanted to take this risk, so you got to take this risk with him. I'm like, now I understand that they in a relationship and, you know, they want to get married and all that other stuff. However, no. That restitution should be his to pay. She did not do that crime, and she don't need to be paying that back. I would not at all. That's what you did, that crime. You got to pay that. Like, if you got to pay a little bit into the household or whatever like that to be able to pay that restitution all on your own, then that's what you just gonna have to do, boo-boo. But what I'm not finna do is pay that restitution for you. That's your crime. That's your punishment. You need to pay that back, okay? No. They was all like, well, you got to pay it, and that's the job. No. Hell no. No. So then Brittany started talking about her mama, because she was telling them how her mom expects more and stuff like that, and child, Ray mama was like, what? Because he was like, well, you know, her mom just want someone that's educated. So what you saying? What she saying? You ain't educated? He was like, no. But her mom expects more, you know, and her mom don't want nobody that's going, you know, like drain her. So what she saying? You gonna drain her? He was like, I was cracking up because every time he said something, she was like, what? So what's she trying to say? Like, not my baby. I know he's 30 years old, but that's still my child. I was just like, girl, calm down. So, mama ain't having the fact that, Brittany mama ain't gonna meet Ray. And she like, well, she need to come around and meet him or whatever, because she don't even know him to be judging him and stuff like that. And Brittany like, well, she not gonna meet him. I said, Brittany, you need to put down the drink, girl, because you is oversharing. And these people is looking at you like you goddamn crazy, because your own mama ain't even gonna meet him. Child, bye. Who we gonna get to next, child? Let's get on to Puppy and Amber. Amber doing well. She living in an apartment. She got a roommate, Queenie. We had saw Queenie whenever they was on And remember Queenie, I think she owned like the cleaning services for like the Airbnbs or houses and stuff like that. So that's who her roommate is. And of course they met in jail and all the other good stuff. So that's their roommate. Amber is trying to find Puppy. So she's saying like the last time she talked to Puppy was basically when we saw it on the camera. And she tried to call her, text her, reach out to her to, just see how she was doing. And Puppy has not responded. So she go over to Puppy Mama house and, Puppy Mama getting treatments. I forgot what she had. I know it's some type of cancer, but I forgot what it was exactly. But she's saying that she going into the hospital and she getting treatments and stuff like that. Then she tells Amber that she has not heard from Puppy either. And she was saying like one time she had a treatment and Puppy was supposed to come get her or whatever, or go with her to the appointment, but she had to end up rescheduling because Puppy never showed up. So Amber like, damn, that's not like her or whatever. Puppy Mama tell us she was mad at Amber because of, the breakup between her and Puppy, and she didn't really feel like Amber had Puppy's back when she got out of jail and stuff like that. But then she learned, to forgive her and stuff like that. So, she cool on Amber. She started crying and tearing up because she worried about Puppy, because she don't know if she back in jail. Like, she don't know, what happened to her because she has not heard from her. So she did get an address, and so she gave that to Amber. Amber was like, I'm going to find her, I'm going to check her out. I'm going to pull up to the address and stuff like that. She go back to her apartment, and Queen like, well, what's going on, Puppy? She was like, girl, I don't know, because we can't find her. She MIA. She was like, you can't find her. She was like, yeah, but we got this address. I say we just pull up on her. Queen like, let me run the address real quick, see what it look like. So she put it in Google Maps, and they look at the little outline of the housing and stuff like that. And it looked like it's in a safe neighborhood and stuff, but Queen like, I don't know. So she like, all right, well, let's pull up. So they drive over there and they looking at the neighborhood. They like, well, it don't look suspicious. It don't look like this. It don't look like that. And Queen like, looks can be deceiving because it could be a doctor or a nurse or whoever, a lawyer, whoever up in there, and they could be snorting coke and doing all this other stuff. So she was like, yeah, true. And so they sit in a car for a little bit, just casing the joint. Nothing shows up, and they was like, well, this is kind of like a little stalkerish. And so Queen like, yeah, and I know chicks in jail who doing time for stalking. So we about to leave or whatever. So Amber was like, no, I'm just going to get out and go to the house. So she go up there to the house. She knock on the door. And then that was pretty much it. We saw somebody open up the door, but we didn't see who was behind said door. And that was pretty much it for them. Let's get to John and Christiana. Child, poor Christiana. Christiana is going through it. Do you understand me? She is going through it. She is regretting marrying John. She like, maybe, she regretted marrying him on that first day like that. And that was like a real impulse move. And again, I think I said it before, they shouldn't have did that. He shouldn't have put her in that spot to do that. Like, he really put her on that spot, and it was like, if she say no, like, what can she do? Like, he had everything all planned out. Maybe he won't let me live with him. This is where I'm going parole. Like, it was a whole bunch of stuff or whatever. So she went into it. So now she regretting it and stuff like that. So we see they eating breakfast and stuff, and she's still on parole. She only been out of jail for 1 month. She's saying like living life with John has been very strenuous, and she started crying. I said, oh my God, Christiana, like, oh, she is going through it. And she was just like, she just trying to roll with the punches, but she don't really feel like she going anywhere. And we know that she had like she got a real addiction problem. So she fighting that. She fighting with John and his cheating ass. So, like, she going through a whole lot, and then she not really feeling him, like, like she should, or she thought she would when she was in jail or whatever. She's still, of course, upset about him not kissing. Well, he did end up kissing her. Did they kiss? They did kiss, didn't they? Or did he turn his head? I'm trying to think if they kissed or not. I can't remember, but, y'all will tell me down in the comments. But remember he flirted with Sarah. That part, yes, they did flirt together. They was sleeping in the same bed and going downstairs. That was a lot going on. So she's still upset about that. And she like, well, how do I know y'all ain't go further than what you had told me or whatever? And he was like, I promise you I didn't go any further. I love you. I want to be with you, yada, yada, yada. And she's just like, well, you know, it's going to take some time. I'm going to take some time to get over this. And he tells us that he was being honest about Tara. I said, yeah, after she caught you in the lie. Like, if Tara ain't say nothing, you sure as hell wasn't going to say nothing. Or she was going to see it on TV. Like, boy, bye. So, what happened? So he go outside to go change his oil and stuff. His 18-year-old daughter, I can't think of her name, but she came by. He was like, what is you doing here? Because he was like, I finally got her out the house. She living in the dorms. And then she just pop up. He like, what you doing over here? She was like, well, I just came to check up on y'all or whatever. So she asked, you know, what's going on? He like, well, you know, since that whole Tara thing, it's been kind of iffy. She was like, what kind of Tara thing? He was like, oh, yeah, so I was flirting with Tara, and, you know, I told her, and then it's just, she was like, so you want to be with Christiana? He was like, yeah. She was like, but you was flirting with her sister. He was like, yeah, but it was just flirting, and I love her. She was like, yeah, but flirting is next to cheating, so, like, what we gonna do? He was like, all right, whatever. I already apologized. I told her I love her. I regret everything I did, yada, yada, yada. She like, all right, well, just don't F up. He was like, all right, well, you got any ever words of wisdom for me and stuff? She was like, no, She ain't feeling it. She ain't feeling the fact that they got married. He told her, like, look, because she was like, it's a red flag. Y'all having issues already, and y'all been together, what, a month or whatever? He was like, I had issues with your mama 5 minutes after we got married, but, you know, I stayed married to her for 20 years. She was just like, that's not the point. Like, the point is, you just barely marry her and you already flirting with her sister. Like, that's the point here, okay? And he told us that the few weeks they've been out, it's been torture and stuff. My thing is, you brought that on yourself when you started flirting with Tara like that. That was just downright nasty and just disgusting. Like, that's her sister, and you child by. So you lucky you still alive and you still got your nuts, okay? Anyway, he get in the car. He said he taking her for a surprise and all this other stuff, child. It turned out they going to the park to take some pictures, dressed like Bonnie and Clyde. Christiana looked so uncomfortable. She did not look like she was amused at all by the whole thing. He looked at a hot mess. It was just a mess, child. And then he had a nerve to get down on one knee and re-propose to her, talking about something, will you marry me again? And that's how I pretty much ended. I said, she ain't smile. She ain't smile. She ain't look happy. She look like if somebody don't hurry up and cut me out this outfit so I can go lay down, because I am not feeling this dude right now. She was not for the shits. Anyway, y'all, Shawn and Sarah. Well, I should say Shawn, but we gonna meet Sarah in a little bit because that's his new boo who got out of jail. Shawn's so stupid. Oh, God. So he in the hotel room. He says his first time meeting Sarah. You know, he ain't meet her before and all that other stuff, right? He only seen her mugshot. And the mugshot was from 6 years ago. So he telling us, you know, like what she preferred and stuff, or what she wanted to do when she got out. She wanted to go meet somewhere, or not meet somewhere. She wanted to go to either like a hotel, the field, the cornfield. That's what it was. The cornfield. Or even a car to have sex or whatever like that. So that's her top priority right now, was just the, you know, about Chicky Wow Wow. So he was like, with Destiny, she wanted a lot of stuff. Like, she wanted clothes, she wanted a phone, she wanted all the stuff when she got out of jail. So with Sarah, she ain't really asked me for nothing. So I don't know, like, what I'm supposed to do. Child, he cooking fruits and stuff. Not cooking fruits. He slicing up fruits and stuff like that for her and getting a little fruit thing together, a little fruit salad. And he said that all she requested was some alcohol to get out. So he put in this big old Yeti cup or whatever, child. He put in like some already made smoothie in there and like half the bottle of goddamn, I think it was vodka, rum. I don't know what it was. He shook it up and was like, boom, there she go. I said, damn, she is going to be litty. Like, so, he was saying, like, you know, he don't know why he fell in love with Destiny or whatever, but he fell in love with Sarah, and what did he say, child? Opposites attract, and he thought that because he was so opposite from Destiny, he thought that they was going to attract, but it was so opposite that, you know, he didn't know what he was thinking or whatever like that. He was saying, like, he scared, he nervous and stuff because he going, you know, meeting her for the first time. Child, he said they wanted to get a house together. They talking about getting a house together. And he was saying, like, he going into this having secrets with the new girlfriend and stuff like that. And he feels bad about it. I'm like, sir, you should be honest with her. First of all, you was dishonest with Destiny. You see how that went when she found out everything. You done told this new girl that you 36 again, knowing you 46. You done told her that you only got maybe one kid. You got 6 kids. You ain't tell her that your baby mama is still active in your life and you were still sleeping with her, what, like 2-3 years ago? Like, come on, my dude. Like, you keep lying, but then you talking about you worried about what she gonna do and how she gonna react and all this other stuff. You know what? If you stop lying, you wouldn't have those things to worry about. Like, she will already know you got 6 kids. She will already know what's going on with you. Like, you need to stop lying. But you lying, and now you all stressed and depressed. Like, come on, stop motherfucking lying, Shawn. So, anyway, he on the side of the road. He's saying, like, she can't call him until 10 o'clock, so he don't even know if something went wrong or nothing like that. He don't know what time she getting out. We saw a little scene of him cutting up the fruits and stuff like that and saying, like, he feels strange and whatnot about Sarah getting out. And then he told us that she 4'11" and weigh 100 pounds. I was like, she's small. He said he in love with her. And then he was like, well, she told me once we bow chicky wow wow, I ain't never gonna go back or leave her or whatever. I was like, ooh, she got that snapper. Okay. So anyway, she show up. She is short and she is skinny, but it don't look like weird skinny. She is kind of cute in her confessional. She look, you know, real nice and stuff like that. She look way better than Destiny, okay? And she is short, okay? And he just as tall, and she said that she loved him and she can't believe that, you know, she fell in love with somebody over the phone and whatnot. And she's saying, like, she's super nervous because she just got out of jail and then she meeting somebody she never met before, just talking over the phone. She was saying, like, all her exes was punks. They was drinking. They went in and out of jail. They was on drugs and yada, yada, yada. He gave her the drink, child. I said, is she going to come up for air from that goddamn drink? She was sucking the shit out that goddamn drink. But she said she was attracted to Shawn. I said, girl, okay. But anyway, and this is before she had the drink. He talking about he feel like she truly in love with him and he don't see no red flags and all this other stuff. I said, okay. She ended up going to jail for 6 years for involuntary manslaughter. She sold and helped somebody use heroin and they ended up ODing from it and they passed away. So that's why she had involuntary manslaughter. She says she feels remorseful for it and she never wants to go back to that position or that lifestyle or anything like that. What else? He giving her all the gifts. He done gave her the bag full of fruit. He done gave her an iPhone. What else? He gave her something else. Oh, some roses. And I think that was it. So she cause she got to get dropped off at her mama house at like 4 o'clock. I can't remember what time it was, but it was at 4 o'clock. She got to get dropped off at her mama house, child. So they going to find a little spot to, about Chicky Wow Wow. So in the meantime, she on the phone, right? She on the phone. It's her phone, right? So she on the phone. She's talking to the person on the phone. So she was like, oh, okay, I should just call my mom. Okay, I'll call my mom. She was like, hello? Yeah, everything is okay. Everything is fine. Like, yep, everything is fine. Don't even worry about it. Everything is good. Everything is fine. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. You're not on speakerphone. Yeah, I love you too. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but don't worry because everything is fine. Oh, yeah, I'll see you later, okay? Yes, I love you too. I love you too. Click. Not one time did she say, hey, mom? Because, she calling her mama. She ain't talked to her mama in a long time. Hey, mom. Yes, mom, I'm out. Yes. Oh, my God, I can't wait to see you. Like that. You know what I'm saying? She would have been like that. But no, she was just like all kissy, kissy, lovey, lovey on this phone. Shawn so damn dumb, he ain't pick up on the child. So then she tell us that, you know, she keeping a secret from Shawn, and she been keeping a secret for a long time, and now is the time for her to come clean. And that's how it ended, child. I said, what is she keeping a secret? She got another boo thing. Like, what is really going on? Because the way she was on that phone, I love you this, I love you that. But then she had said that she loved Shawn and that she had wanted a relationship with him and all this other stuff. So I'm like, girl, what's going on? So I guess we're going to find out next episode, y'all. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all felt about Friday's episode. Go ahead and put it down there in them comments. And then again, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button along the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And if you ended up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button along with the share button. All right, y'all, I will see y'all in the next video. Until next time, peace.